So the Detroit Pistons just shocked everybody when they fired Monty Williams just after 1 year into setting the head coaching record for the biggest contract given out by an NBA team. The Detroit Pistons are going to have to pay Monty Williams $63 million to sit home on his couch. Man, what a life. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Yes, we are going to rebuild the Detroit Pistons before the 2024 NBA draft again. This time, we're going into a new era for this team. They are firing head coach Monty Williams, and who knows who they're going to hire. They could end up hiring JJ Redick. I'm going to throw an offer out to James Borrego, and I'm going to throw an offer out to Kenny Atkinson as well. Those are two guys that I think could end up taking this head coaching job. It could be Chris Quinn from Miami, could be Johnny Bryant from the Knicks. And we are going to sign Kenny Atkinson to be our next head coach for the Detroit Pistons. Just trying to change this team's identity, their future, and stop being the laughingstock of the NBA. And they have a new president of basketball operations, Tranjan Langdon, who is coming from the New Orleans Pelicans. Who knows? He may not like most of these players on this team. I'm sure he likes Cade Cunningham, but he may not be the biggest fan of Jalen Duren, or maybe he is. He may not be a big fan of Jaden Ivey, maybe not a big fan of Asor Thompson. So we're going to make some moves this offseason. I do think Detroit is going to go out and get a big name. It could be a Tobias Harris. It could be DeMar DeRozan. It could be Brandon Ingram. They need somebody to take some of the load off of Cade Cunningham. So for the 2024 NBA draft, I do plan on trading down. I think Dalton Connect, if you could trade down and still snag him, would be a great draft night decision for Detroit. If you want to take him at 5, you do that, but I think you have to know the risk. If you take Cody Williams, if you take Matas Buzelis, it could be another rough year in Detroit. Cody Williams ends up going number 2 to the Wizards here, so we don't have to worry about that. The Rockets at number 3 are going to be trading the pick and Steven Adams for Cody Williams, okay? So the Wizards trade down, and they take Ron Holland. Shout out to them. Matas Buzelis goes number 4, and we are here on the clock. I mean, there's some prospects that I really like. We could take Donovan Clingan and trade Jalen Duren. I want to see if I can move down a little bit. Like, could we trade down with Chicago, which has been thrown around before, and could I snag a player? Do I want Alex Caruso on the team? I mean, he makes them better, for sure, 100%. Would they even accept this? I'm not sure. Could I steal an Ayo Dosunmu from this team? Let's see if I could do that. I don't know if Chicago would be willing to do that, but I think Dosunmu fits our timeline a little bit more, and that would make me feel a little bit more comfortable trading away Jaden Ivey if we wanted him to headline maybe a Brandon Ingram trade package. So we move down 5 spots, but we get Ayo Dosunmu. They decline that, not even a counter. I mean, we do have, I don't want to really move Marcus Sasser. I'm not moving Stewart. I'm not moving Grimes. That would give you Troy Brown Jr. That doesn't get it done. Not a counter either. And I'll give you 2 seconds. That got it done. So we're hoping Dalton Connect falls. Reece Shea was on the board. That's not really a realistic scenario for Detroit on draft night unless they trade up. Castle goes 6. Portland at number 7. They select Reed Shepard. Nikola Topic 8. Memphis at 9 could definitely take Dalton Connect, and that would upset me. They take Bobby Klintman. All right, a little bit of a reach. And Utah at 10, they take Rob Dillingham. So funny enough, we could still get Donovan Clingan, but I'm going to go Dalton Connect, somebody that's NBA ready that could score next year, because I'm trying to make the play-in tournament in 2025. Like I said, we're done being the laughingstock of the NBA. And Donovan Clingan goes to the Thunder. That's an elite pick by them. But I don't think Donovan Clingan makes it out of like the top 7 on draft night. So we end up getting Dalton Connect at number 11. He's 23 years old. He's on the older side. We are going to sign him, obviously, to his rookie extension. After team player options, we could keep Fournier. Like, we could pick up that team option, but I want to have cap space. I'm going to call up the New Orleans Pelicans and see if we can orchestrate a Brandon Ingram deal. He's an expiring contract. The Pelicans kind of hinted that they'd rather re-sign Trey Murphy and let him walk, so we're going to offer them Jaden Ivey for Brandon Ingram. Would they do this straight up? Potentially. If there's any other young guy in this trade, I would like to keep Quinn Grimes here. I'd like to keep Dosunmu. I would include Marcus Sasser, who actually showed out in his rookie season, and I think could be a nice backup guard in this league. So 2 young pieces. We're going to trade for Brandon Ingram, and we're going to extend him. Would they do this trade? They say no. No counter either. Damn, you want a decent amount. I will give you my 2026 lottery protected first round pick, and that doesn't get it done. No counter either. And I will give you 3 second round picks. That is it. If they don't accept this, that is, wow, that is criminal. All right, so we'll wait a little bit. I would like to re-sign Simone Fontecchio. I don't know if I'm going to re-sign Wiseman, and I'll extend the qualifying offer for him just to see. And Malachi Flynn, we will do the same as well. So free agency time. We can go out and we could sign a DeMar DeRozan. We could try to sign a Paul George. We have a ton of money to spend, but I'd still like to survey the trade market. I mean, what is the price on Lowry Marketing? Could the Jazz offload him to us? We would give them Jaden Ivey. We'd give them Marcus Sasser, and I'll give you my lottery protected first rounder in 2026. Now that's 2.5 stars. Or they value it, I guess, a little bit more than the Pelicans. Like, I think they'll do this for Lowry Markkanen, and then we're going to extend Lowry for sure. They may I think they're going to do this. I mean, let me try one more time. Maybe now that we advance the free agency, they'll actually do this Brandon Ingram swap. Let's see. No, not even a counter. I don't want to throw in another first. That's just seems like a lot. So let's throw this package for Lauri Markkanen, and the Jazz are going to agree to that. So we land Lauri Markkanen, who fits Cade's timeline a little bit more here and could be a nice stretch forward to Jalen Duren. I do worry about Asor Thompson's outside shot, but we do have some good shooters on this team, and I think Connect can come in right away and be a good shooter for us. And we do have cap space. Let's go out and get a veteran. I'm going to give Jonas Valanciunas $36 million guaranteed over 2 years. Jalen Duren is still going to start, but it gives us another body inside that could space the floor and could work in the post. And I do plan on giving Simone Fontecchio minutes next year, so I'm going to re-sign him. So Valanciunas, 2 years, $36 million. We're going to re-announce tonight to Malachi Flynn, Evan Fournier, Stanley, Taj, Tremezi, Buddy Boeheim, Jared Rhoden, Tosan. Yeah, it's a new era here, like I said. Fontecchio gets a deal from the Hornets. How much is it per year? It's going to be, yeah, $6 million. I was going to give him like $15 million, so I'm cool with that. Did LeBron James, okay, it said he signed with the Sixers, but they pulled back. So the Pacers actually, in the moment I'm recording this, also just re-signed Siakam to a 4-year massive extension. Actually, he got 1 more year from the Pacers here. And James Harden goes to the Lakers. All right, they chose Harden over LeBron. Don't know if I really agree with that. DeMar DeRozan ends up in Philadelphia. Ethan Almanza, I don't think is actually entering the 2024 draft anymore, but I'm going to give him a 2-year deal, kind of like an undrafted free agent. Same with Kai Boswell from Arizona. And Amari Bailey is a free agent again. So I'm going to try to sign him, I think, as well. Do we get these young guys? We get Almanza. We got Kai Boswell. Melvin Ajinko went undrafted. We can give him a 2-year deal, and he signs with us, and we'll do the same with Amari Bailey, who kind of got let go by Charlotte. Interesting decision by them. And player progression, Cade Cunningham is an 88 overall. Lauri Markkanen's an 86. We're going to see if this team can compete for the play-in tournament next year, which I do believe that it can. All right, so this is what the rotation is going to look like next season right now. We're going to go for a little bit more offense in the starting 5 with Cade, Dosunmu, Connect, Markkanen, and Jalen Duren. And then we got Asor Thompson, Isaiah Stewart, Jonas Valanciunas, Simone Fontecchio, and Quentin Grimes off the bench. I like that a ton. I'm going to send Ethan Almanza to the G League as well. And under our new head coach, Kenny Atkinson, defensive-minded system, 2 stars. We're going to go to balanced. First game of the season at home against the Atlanta Hawks, and they ended up losing by 4, which is fine. Markkanen had 25-9, Jalen Duren 12-12, Cade 30-7. Road game here against the Chicago Bulls. We ended up winning by 14. Markkanen had 31, Jalen Duren 22-16, Levine had 28. I thought about getting Levine in the offseason as well, and that's something they could do if it doesn't cost a lot specifically. Like, what if it's basically 5 and like Marcus Sasser for Levine at 11? I mean, that's like incredibly low value, but you do have to be comfortable paying Levine that money. But a team like Detroit should be comfortable. I'd rather give Levine that contract than have DeMar DeRozan or Tobias Harris come in on a $100 million deal. So not a great week for us. Cade is off to a phenomenal start offensively. How has Lowry been? Lowry's been pretty solid. Can we work out an extension with Markkanen right now? We cannot. We'll see what it's going to look like at the deadline. So we are here at the 2025 trade deadline. We are 24-28. This is where I want to be. I have no issue being a buyer at the deadline as well. I want to try to be competitive. I do believe our pick is lottery protected or top 3 or top 13 protected. The Knicks currently own it right now, but we are right there in the play-in tournament hunt. We're in this second tier of teams that could be just on the outside looking in. Offensively, we're pretty good this year. We're actually the 3rd best offensive team in the East behind the Cavs and the Hawks, led by Mitchell and Trae Young. So that's a testament to how good Cade Cunningham has been this year, and he has been an all-NBA first-team caliber player, and that's the jump I still think Cade can do. I'm a big Cade Cunningham believer, but our defense definitely could be a little bit better. We're bottom 6 in the East, but honestly, it's still not too bad. So this team has improved this year. Markkanen, I'd like to be a little bit better offensively. Aya Dosunmu looks like maybe last year was an outlier or just doesn't look like he's able to carry that momentum. Maybe I should think about moving him to the bench. And Quentin Grimes, not great either. In a contract year, Quentin, I would like for you to be better than that. Award races, Cade not top 5 in MVP. Criminal. Dalton Connect has been pretty much everything I wanted him to be. Could still be our 6th man, whatever role we want him in. But he's 4th in Rookie of the Year voting, which is great. I mean, we could survey the trade market to see if there's an upgrade if we wanted to combine Dosunmu and if we wanted to combine him with Quentin Grimes, maybe, specifically like that. The Raptors are looking to acquire Donovan Mitchell or Victor Wembanyama, aren't we all? Bradley Beal's on the block, Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen. Don't really love those options. Bronny ends up in Minnesota like he always does. Jeremy Grant is going to be a name that could be thrown around this offseason for the Detroit Pistons. I don't really love that reunion because the contract is pretty massive. DeMar DeRozan's on the block already in Philadelphia. Dame is on the block. doesn't really fit here. Levine's on the block, Vucevic. I think I would go for somebody a little bit more defensive-minded unless it's like an offensive stud. Bam is on the block. Whoa, Hero versus Hero. Are they blowing it up in Miami? James Harden's on the trade block in LA. So yeah, I don't really think there's going to be anybody that I could really go after right now. McCollum's on the block, Bob Carrington already. And Markkanen, for some reason, is just not happy here. That's just great. I don't want him to test free agency. And I'm going to send off Quentin Grimes to Minnesota. We're going to be getting Charles Bassey and an unprotected 2028 first-round pick. Minnesota picks up a 3-and-D wing for their playoff run. And now with these influx of minutes, I'm going to play Lauri Markkanen 36 tonight. Hopefully he's happy with that. Connect can get some more minutes. I think we may insert Asor Thompson into the starting 5. He's been a little bit better as a shooter this year, so he's going to get like 28 minutes a night. Io can be the 6th man, and we still have a really good 4-man bench unit. Like, Fontecchio has been great for us. Still can't believe the Jazz pretty much gave him up for nothing at the deadline. I know they were going in a different direction, and they had a ton of guys in a similar role, but still, Fontecchio is a really good player. One of the more underrated players in the league. And MVP is Luka Doncic. Stephon Castle gets Rookie of the Year, drafted 6th overall by the Charlotte Hornets. Men Thompson, brother of our Asor Thompson, 6th man of the year. Wemby Depoy, most improved goes to a man. And Anthony Edwards, Clutch Boy of the Year, with Bickerstaff being your Coach of the Year. So does Cade get snubbed on an All-NBA team? Does not make first or second team or third team. Damn, the Cade Cunningham disrespect, the Cade Cunningham erasure is here. Dalton Connect on all-rookie first team. Finished with 13 points, 3.3 rebounds, 43 from the field, 36 from 3. And the Detroit Pistons did finish as the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference with a trending direction going up for that team. It's not like being the 8th seed in the 2019 playoffs with a gross aging roster where Thon Maker was starting a playoff game. Thon Maker, for crying out loud. This team has a core in place to be a very good team for a very long time, led by Cade Cunningham, new head coach Kenny Atkinson. Asor Thompson, 84 overall, developing nicely in this game. I think adding a nice secondary big man in Jonas Valanciunas, believing in Isaiah Stewart still as a rotational piece for us. This is a solid team. I'd assume, even with him being disappointing, but he's making $7 million next year, so it's still a steal of a contract. And can we beat the Orlando Magic to not take on the Cavs in the first round of the NBA playoffs? We are getting off to a great start. The defense is here. Held them to 15 points in the first quarter. This is a Magic team that just beat or lost to the Cavs, in 7 games in round 1 in 2024. Damn, Markkanen's got 5 fouls. He's going to foul out. It's brutal third quarter from us. Real brutal. We're up by 4 here. Up by 6. Can we hold on? We're up by 1, 2.5 to go. We are up by 1, 1:40. Let's see if we can win this game. Cade's got 21 and 11. Valanciunas is in. I assume, no, Markkanen, oh my God. And as I'm controlling him, okay, I get blown by. I thought Markkanen fouled out. So we're down by 1 here. Markkanen rocking 23. Let's see him and Cade. That pick and roll could be nasty. Oh, Cade's getting into the rim with ease. Blows right by Jalen Suggs. 23 and 11 now for Cunningham. Back up by 1. Connect's got 12 points in this game. Cade, a perimeter D, can hold his own on Suggs. We're good. No, don't worry. Go over the screen. Hedge it with me, Valanciunas. We're good. I'm not worried about Wendell Carter. Or no, that's Mitchell Robinson. Oh! Who was that on Connect? Cade stripped him. Damn, I actually stripped him with Cade. That is brutal. Look at this. Cade comes over. No, never mind. I thought I stripped him with Cade, but Connect clearly gets him on the arm. Good thing I did this before I challenged. But Mitchell Robinson, not a good free throw shooter, so maybe a pretty good foul by Dalton Connect. As Mitch misses the first, he's going to make the second, just barely. All right, let's see. Can our first-round pick Dalton Connect hit a big-time 3 here? Yes, he can. Oh, my God. I was like, should I have taken that? Was that kind of contested over the small defender? And Cole Anthony works out. Markkanen, can you guard Paolo Banchero? Let's see. He pulls up. That's a tough shot. But he gets... Oh! Good tip out by Jalen Duren. Let's go. Up by 3. Don't turn it over. Sword, kick it over to Connect. Connect to the rim. And he's going to get fouled. You know what? That's going to be our mismatch. Cole Anthony a lot shorter than Dalton Connect by a couple inches. We can use that mismatch to our advantage. Connect hitting some big-time shots. 4 clutch points here with under a minute to go. Make that 5. And I love Jalen Duren as a player. Don't get me wrong. There are some question marks with his defense. I think he needs to improve next year. I don't think he was a good defender last year, but the potential is there. And hopefully their next head coach really buys into him because he can really be a good player. And Paolo pulls up. That is no good, but he gets his board that time. Oh, and they get a good Franz 3, but he misses that. Get it out of Duren's hands. Boom, we get it to Cade. I think we're advancing. And Cade's first free throw is up, and it is good. Puts us up by 6 with 27 seconds left. And Cade is going to miss that one. Damn it. They probably should take a 3 here. We are definitely fine with them with the 2. I don't care if I'm jumping too much. Cade's first free throw attempt is going to be good. He's got 25 now. Can we get 26? Can you hit both this time, Cade? Thank you very much. So for the first time since 2019, the Detroit Pistons are in the playoffs. We're going to be taking on the 2-seed Indiana Pacers, who re-signed Pascal Siakam. And are we able to... I just want to win one game, I think I'm cool with. And I'm cool with not winning game one. We get blown out by 25, that's fine. Can we get one win on our home floor? That's all I asked for. We end up losing by 3 in game number 2. Damn, that's tough. Markkanen had 32 points. Game number 3 goes to the Indiana Pacers. They end up winning by 12, 37 for Cade. All right, don't get swept, please. All right, there we go. We're probably going to get gentlemen swept. We beat them by 50. Oh, my God. Okay, Connect has a good game. Markkanen's been having not a great series, actually. Jalen Duren's been good. Cade's been, oh my God, get Cade some help. All right, game number 5. Can we make this a series? Nope, we end up getting gentlemen swept by the Indiana Pacers. Hey, that's fine. I just wanted to get one playoff win under our belt, and the Pistons are definitely back on the map. What a finals. 2 teams that had pretty dark futures in the 2010s. The Kings and the Knicks are in the NBA Finals, and the Kings end up winning in 7 with De'Aaron Fox being your Finals MVP. And LeBron James retires on the Utah Jazz. That makes sense. So draft lottery, we are not going to own our first round pick. Shout out to the Rockets getting 1 and 2. Thunder get 3 and 5. Spurs get 6 and 7. That is kind of crazy. The Knicks get our pick at 18. And we did trade away next year's pick as well, which is lottery protected from the Markkanen deal. And I would only make a type of trade like that, like if you get a guarantee that you can get Markkanen to re-sign, because it seems like he's going to be kind of, I don't know, doesn't really want to re-sign right now. And the Thunder have a bunch of first-round picks. Can I send them Charles Bassier, big man body, for 22? And they agree to that. So the Rockets take Nolan Traore with the number 1 overall pick. Kind of love that. And they can take Cooper Flagg at number 2. But they go Dylan Harper, a brand new backcourt there. So I'm going to get Dame Sarr out of Italy here with the 22nd overall pick. And we get Xavier Booker here in the second round. Keep him in state of Michigan. And it's funny because Booker was like a top high school recruit. I remember like the prospect or the 2025 or even 2024 draft classes from like NBA 2K21 and 22. He was like always a 99 overall by year like 2030. And we're going to get Coleman Hawkins, who just transferred from Illinois to Kansas State on like a sick NIL deal worth like $2 million. All right, so we get Sarr, we're going to sign Booker, and we're going to sign Coleman Hawkins. Duren and Thompson, welcome back on the team options. Cade, we're about to pay a ton of money to. And we're going to make sure Markkanen re-signs with us. We're going to give him about $37 million a year, ascending value. We'd have $26 million left over, but obviously we are going to re-sign Cade, and we're going to give him a player option as well to overpay for him to stay in the beautiful city of Detroit. He is going to agree to that. And Cade gets a deal from the Washington Wizards, which is going to be 3 years, $116 million. We are going to accept that. And we're going to kind of just like run this team back next year. I mean, if Dosunmu underperforms, he could definitely get moved at the deadline. I'm excited to see what Dame Sarr could do. Can kind of get those Quinn and Grime minutes. And Jalen Brunson ends up signing with the Washington Wizards. That's just funny. So the Rockets ended up drafting a point guard and shooting guard with the first 2 picks, and then they still re-signed Jalen Green. That is going to be a really interesting team over there in Houston. I mean, they were 40 and 42. They were 41 and 41 in the 2024 season. Oh, are they not bringing back Şengün? Okay, obviously not bringing back Fred VanVleet. All right. And player progression here, Cade is an 89 overall. Markkanen's an 86. Sarr Thompson is an 85. It's a good team. Valanciunas regresses. That's fine. I just need him to be a solid backup big man for us next year. Unfortunately, we do need to release a player, so that's probably going to be, I think, Kai Boswell. All right, so it's going to be pretty much the same starting 5 that I had for the playoffs, and then we're going to have Dosunmu, Valanciunas, Stewart, Fontecchio, and Dame Sarr off the bench. We're going to send Xavier Booker to the G League. Under Kenny Atkinson balance, we are 3.5 stars. Dosunmu would re-sign about $12 million a year, but we're going to see how he performs before I do that. First game of the season on the road against the Orlando Magic, a team we beat in the play-in. They end up beating us by 1. Wow, we scored 50 in the fourth quarter. We almost came back. Then we got 2 games here against the Hawks and the Bulls, and we start off 1 and 2 on the year. All right, so we are here at the 2026 deadline, and we are 38 and 12. Yeah, we're seeing this team just progress very well in this game. We are the number 1 offensive team in the East. We are the 6th best defensive team. We do have the best point differential, slightly ahead of Cleveland, who could finish the season as the 1 seed. Like, we can easily drop to the 2 seed. I mean, we're really good. So if it's not broke, like, I'm not going to try to fix it. Markkanen's been not worth the contract, but hey, like I said, we have a really good record, so I'm okay with it right now. Dalton Connect has been great in year number 2. Cade Cunningham could win MVP and maybe should win that award. Duren's a double-double machine. He's going to get paid at the end of the year. Thompson is taking improvements offensively, averaging 8 rebounds a night. Dosunmu, there we go. That's the Dosunmu I'd work on an extension with. That's what I like to see. Dame Sarr has definitely been inconsistent. He's not going to play for the playoffs, but it's nice to give him some reps. Now let's ink Dosunmu with an extension. Let's do about $60 million over 4 years. And let's just take a look how Jaden Ivey is doing in Utah. So Ivey is actually the leading scorer on the Jazz. His shot has still been pretty inconsistent. They're going to have to give him a decent amount of money in the offseason. He does progress fairly well in 2K. Cade is not on the top 5 in MVP voting. That is just disrespectful, man. It's always interesting to see who's on the trade block as well, if there's somebody that we want to maybe go out and maybe make a move for. Karl-Anthony Towns, Jaden McDaniels. I mean, Cat... Now, obviously, we have Lauri Markkanen. There'd be no point at both of them. See, like, Giannis is on the trade block. I saw this in my 18-0 rebuild with the Boston Celtics, and I gave a pretty good offer, and I couldn't even sniff out anything in return. Like, if I gave you Lauri Markkanen, I'm just doing this for, like, shits and gigs at this point, and Isaiah Stewart, I would give you every single first-round pick that I own. Like, I'll give you this Timberwolves one. Mine there. I mean, if they trade me Giannis, I'm gonna do this. I never am able to do this. That would have been like insane. And what about if you give me, I don't even know who your least valuable player is. Is it Jordan Nwora? And I give you Dame Sarr. Yeah, see, like, they're not moving Giannis. Herb Jones is on the block, but I think, like, this team is a 1 seed. I'm not going to really trade away any of the core. Nobody's really a big free agent, I believe, at the end of the offseason, or in the offseason. I do believe Stewart's got a team option, correct? Like, Thompson's coming back, Connect's coming back, Stewart's coming back. Yeah, everybody's pretty much coming back. Jalen Duren and Fontecchio and Valanciunas, but I think we could find those upgrades in the offseason, or at least replacements for Valanciunas and maybe Fontecchio. But I want to bring him back. He's been really good. And Duren is restricted, so I'm not really stressing about him walking. And we're about to hit 60 wins. Man, yeah, we turned this team around. Maybe you just got to fire Monty Williams and you're going to be just okay, as we just got our 61st win. And we just go 64-18. Shea is your MVP. Nolan Troyer is your Rookie of the Year. Şengün is your Sixth Man of the Year in San Antonio behind Wemby. Chet Depoy, Most Improved Star in Atlanta. It seems like they're going to go Risa Shea #1, which I disagree with. Booker, Clutch Player of the Year, Coach of the Year goes to Mark Daigneault. Do we get Cade on an All-NBA team? Finally, he is on an All-NBA third team. Still criminal he didn't win it last year or make a team last year, but he makes it this year. Asura Thompson on all defensive second team as well. He is an elite perimeter defender, and Dame Sarr, funny enough, is on our rookie team. So we ended up getting the 1 spot in the Eastern Conference. We're going to be going up against a Jalen Brunson-less New York Knicks team. Still got some of the Nova Knicks. They've added Fred VanVleet and Naz Reid. Not a terrible team, but we should definitely still win nonetheless. We have a lot of double-digit scorers. For the playoffs, though, we're not going to play Dame Sarr, and 2K likes to just mess up my rotations come playoff time. So I think Valanciunas can get like 15 minutes a night. Like, I'm starting Markkanen over Isaiah Stewart. We'll probably do like 15 to Fontecchio. We could do 26 to Dosunmu, who bounced back this year. Let's go 35 to Markkanen, 32 to Duren, 30 to Thompson's good with me. We'll do 29 to Connect, and we'll do 40 to Cade Cunningham, sure. So let's see if we can beat the Knicks in the first round. We end up winning by 20. Dalton Connect drops 30. Yes. Game number 2 goes to the Detroit Pistons. We are 2 games away from getting our first playoff series victory in this video. Game 3 goes to Detroit. We end up winning by 10. Cade drops 43, and let's get it done. We end up gentleman sweeping them, just like what happened last year when we were on the other end of a gentleman sweep against the Pacers, and we get it done this year against the New York Knicks. So now we're taking on the Pacers. We're the 1 seed now. We're the better seed. We have a chance to get revenge on the team that beat us. Game 1 goes to Detroit. We end up winning by 12. Cade with 36. Asura Thompson 24 and 10. Game number 2 goes to the Pacers. All right, we got a series on our hands now. Connect drops 23, Cade 22, Duren 21. Game 3 goes to the Detroit Pistons. We end up winning by 27 because Cade dropped 39. Game 4 goes to the Pacers. It's a series on our hands, man. Wow, Valanciunas at 14 points there in double-double. Thompson 15 rebounds, Connect at 27, but we go down 3-2. No! Jarris Walker dropped 32 on our heads. Central Division matchup here. I mean, there's a rivalry starting, which is pretty cool. But, man, we are facing defeat on the road here. Don't lose this, please. We're up by 9 in the 4th. They come back a little bit. We're up by 5. We're good. We're in a good spot right now. Up by 7. We're up by 5. Don't choke this. I will cry. Oh my God. Okay, we're good. We're good. We end up winning by 7. Cade drops 32. And here we go. Game 7 of the second round. The Pacers are no stranger to this, beating the Knicks in 7 games in the 2024 playoffs in round number 2. It's a close one here. We've been in the driver's seat for most of this game outside of the first quarter, but it's close. We're up by 7. We're up by 10. And yeah, our defense comes through in the fourth quarter. We held them to 21 points. We end up outscoring them 31-21, 133-117, and the Pistons, down 3 games to 2, advance to the conference finals. And here we are taking on the Charlotte Hornets, who have Bol in their starting 5. Stephon Castle at the 2. They got Franz off the bench. What? Marcus Sasser, Pistons legend, was great this past season for Charlotte. Game number 1 goes to the Hornets by 5. We lost at home. That's not great. Do I trim this rotation down? I don't know. Maybe. If we go down 2-0, I will. All right, we do end up winning game 2 by 29 points. There we go, Cade. Keeping us alive. Cade versus LaMelo. That'd be a fun debate at this point. We take a 2-1 lead. That's 2 unanswered right there. Valanciunas getting it done off the bench. Game 4 goes to the Pistons, and we are 1 game away from the NBA Finals. Can we do it? Can we do it? Don't go to a game. Oh, my God. We're blowing a 3-1 lead. Don't do this to me, man. Game 7 at home. Oh, my God. We're getting... Okay, we're down. We're down. Please. Please have a good fourth quarter. Oh, my God. We got outscored by 13 in the third. I mean... we're only down by 4. What is going on? What is going on? We were up 3 games to 1. We're down by 3 with 2 minutes to go. Come on. This sucks, man. This sucks. We were up 3 games to 1. We really blew this. All right, Cade, you're guarding LaMelo. Jalen Duren guarding Mark Williams. Someone you'd get compared to a little bit. Same draft class, similar position. Why'd I jump so early? We're right here. We're right here. We're right there. No, he still got that to go. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. This is so crowded. Why is Isaiah Stewart in this game? But he gets a wide open 3. And he... Guess I shouldn't be taking that. Oh, God, this isn't good. Franz 3. That's like a dagger. Oh, thank God he missed that. Kick that up to Cade. I want to score quickly, man. You threw it off the back of Marcus Sasser. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, man? What is going on? I'm going to cry. We're really about to blow a 3-1 lead. Oh, my God. All right. Well, this isn't great. I mean, we kind of need a 3 here. Mark it and pick and pop. We should get an open look. There we go. Nope. LaMelo with good defense there. All right, Cade, you got Bol on you. Can you please get around him? I'm wasting way too much time. Where is the spacing? Get out of the paint, Jalen Duren. And Connect, who's got 27. I don't know if he can stay in front of Stephon Castle. All right, good defense. I'll take that, even though he got me in the air. All right, that was good defense. I mean, I don't feel... Oh, my God. Brandon Miller wide open. What the hell? Where's the defense? We're down by 9. We were down by 3 when I hopped in. All right, well, this is cooked. Connect inside. I need 3s. Cade, I know it's contested, but I don't care. I got to take it. Blue. 3-1 lead. Oh, my God. Marketing, how much am I paying you a year? How much am I paying you a year to take 7 shots? Get me out of this game. I don't want to be here anymore. We ended up losing by 9. And you guys blow a 3-1 lead. Great. Great. That may have been our best shot. And we... God, it was Houston in the finals. Shout out to Jalen Green. I mean, they paid him and they won with him as a 7 seed. They swept OKC. Watch it be OKC next year, and they're going to be loaded, and that's the year we make it to the finals. Tibbs retired. Draft lottery, I do believe we have to give the Jazz our first-round pick at 28 from the marketing deal. Speaking of the marketing deal, I'm going to see if there's an upgrade this offseason. I need somebody to step up as a number 2 better than he has been. And I'm going to get the Trent and Langdon connection all along. I'm going to get Brandon Ingram. I'm throwing in that Minnesota pick from the Quentin Grimes deal, so it's going to be marketing and that 28 pick from Minnesota for Brandon Ingram. Welcome to Detroit BI. That's a realistic pickup. The Sixers landed AJ Advanza with the number 1 overall pick. Cameron Boozer goes to the Grizzlies. We're going to pay Jalen Duren a ton of money. I'd like to bring back Simone Fontecchio. It's going to be a big contract, but we are going to bring back Jalen Duren to Detroit. 5 years, $159 million. I feel like he got almost more than Cade Cunningham did. We're going to bring back Simone Fontecchio, 2 years, $16 million. And I'm going to sign Corey Kispert as well, who could be better than Fontecchio, 2 years, $26 million. So Isaiah Stewart is going to kind of be the backup center for us. I don't know who I'm going to start at the 4. It may be Isaiah Stewart. Now, it may be Ingram. Ingram may be at the 4, which is kind of risky. So if it doesn't work out, we could be in play to make a deal at the deadline. I'm going to sign like Drew Eubanks to a 1-year deal. Probably need a big man and hope get these guys back on the qualifying offers. There's Bailey, Ajinka, and Almanza. And we'll see if this team can be right back 1 game away from making it to the NBA Finals in 2027. And we are going to release Coleman Hawkins before the season starts because we had too many guys on the roster. So we could do Stewart there, but no, I'm paying Brandon Ingram all this money. He's going to start for us at the 4, which is kind of interesting. Connect could also kind of play the 4 as well. Stewart's going to play a lot of minutes. Desumu's going to get 24. Stewart's going to get 24. Dame Sarr may not even play for now. Like, we may just go like 17 to Kispert, 12 to Fontecchio. Let's go 30 to Connect, 30 to Thompson, 34 to Ingram, 36 to Cade. Let's go one more to Connect and Thompson. And let's hope that this team can get through the Eastern Conference and not collapse like the 2025 team did. All right, so we are 36 and 14 at the deadline. Really good. Maybe not as good as we were last year, but I think honestly just as good. 9.8 point differential. Seems like the Cavs are a little bit less intimidating here in 2027. Ingram looks a lot better than Lauri Markkanen as a number 2. Cade, once again, could win MVP. Look at those shooting splits. Those are insane numbers. Connect's been really good. Duren's been really good. There's the Sunmu, Asor Thompson. Like, this team is really good. So I don't think I'm going to make any trades. We're going to run this team through. Hopefully they can get it done, and adding Brandon Ingram works out for this team a little bit better than Lauri Markkanen did. And I guess Pistons fans, you can let me know, like, it may cost a little bit to trade for Brandon Ingram, and are you comfortable paying him $50 million a year? And Nikola Jokic wins his 4th MVP of his career. Cameron Boozer, Rookie of the Year. Trae Young playing for the Knicks. Isn't that ironic? Cooper Flagg ended up in OKC because of course he did. No Cade on All-NBA first team, but Luka, who signed with the Utah Jazz, is there. Okay. Cade Cunningham does get on All-NBA second team. We love to see that. Sora on All Defensive first team. And we are the 2 seed. The Pacers beat us out for the number 1 seed, actually. And we're going to be taking on the Cavs in round number 1. Not the team I wanted to play in round number 1. 2K, they're big fans of the Cavs, so that may not go too well for us. Yeah, I guess that was a weird outlier for Ayo Dosunmu in 2025 because he has been so much better since. For the playoffs, though, we can kind of go 14 of Fontecchio and Kispert, similar roles. I think Stewart's going to play 20 minutes like as that backup 5. Dosunmu about 22. Let's go 34 to, or let's do 33 to Ingram, 35 to Ingram, 33 to Duren. We will do 38 to Cade, 32 apiece to the wings. So, Central Division matchup, Game 1 goes to Detroit. We blow them out, which should make me a little bit more confident, but 2K loves the Cavs. We do win Game 2 by 12 points. The defense showed up here, even though Connect shot 2 for 10, and we take a 3-0 lead. Great start. Connect bounces back, and here we are. Game number 4. We sweep them. All right, we ended up winning by 12. Cade with 31 and 10. Ingram had 30. Already, I think, playing better than Lauri Markkanen did for us. Cade, yeah, averaged 30 in round number 1. And we are going to be taking on, hopefully, a rematch here of the Hornets. I want to beat them. And, yeah, no, they ended up losing. And the Pelicans, with Lauri Markkanen, did not even make the play-in tournament in the Western Conference. They finished with a 36 and 46 record. That would be like an interesting 3-team trade if like the Jazz get a ton of picks, the Pistons get Ingram, and the Pelicans get Lowry. I don't hate that for the Pelicans, actually. Game 1, all right, we end up blowing them out. We held the Raptors to 17 points. We are undefeated in the playoffs right now. Dick, Barnes, Barrett, Quickly, Capella. All right, James Wiseman, Revenge Series. They got Bol. So many bigs there. There's our first L. It's in Toronto. We lost by 4. Don't let them tie it up. And there they go. They tie it up. I feel like this is an inferior team to the team we just played. The Raptors are really going to give me these issues. Don't go down 3-2. We end up taking a 3-2 lead. We beat them by 36. Can we win in 6? Yes, we can. And we end up beating them by 15 to advance to the conference finals once again. Rubber match between us and the Pacers here in this video. They beat us 2 years ago. We beat them this year. Game 1 goes to Detroit. We end up beating them by 15 points. That's what I'm talking about. Game number 2 goes to Detroit. We ended up winning by 2. All right, can we win game number 3? Yes, we can. All right, a little bit more comfortable. We did blow a 3-1 lead last year, so let's not blow a 3-0 lead this year. 50 points in the 4th quarter. Ingram showing up, 9 assists, getting a lot more playmaking out of him than we did in Lowry. There's Jalen Duren being an absolute beast for us in the playoffs. Connect posted 34 points, and we sweep the Pacers. Hell yeah, man. Delta Connect trading down for him has been a great move by us, and we're going to be taking on OKC, who swept the Grizzlies. Cade versus Shea. OKC, oh my God, they almost lost in round number 1. That would have been sick. All right, this is a team that can definitely beat us, but we blow them out by 27 in game number 1. Oh, and of course they have Jaden Ivey. Look at that. Jaden Ivey Revenge Series. Game number 2 does go to Detroit. We win by 26. Game number 3 goes to the Detroit Pistons. We ended up winning by 19. And don't blow a 3-0 lead, please. We swept the conference finals and NBA finals. And round number 1, we just went 16-2 in the playoffs, which topped the 2024 Celtics, who just went 16-3. Cade, finals MVP. Look at those numbers. This dude is a stud. And we finally brought the Pistons back to relevancy. Monty Williams is out. Will it be Kenny Atkinson? Will it be James Borrego? Will it be JJ Redick? Probably not. Either way, I hope you guys did enjoy the final Pistons rebuild before the 2024 NBA draft. I actually think that could be a realistic scenario for them. Maybe they trade Trajan Langdon's former top guy in Brandon Ingram from the Pelicans since he came over from New Orleans. They could trade down to get Dalton Connect, someone that can contribute next year. And I wouldn't be surprised if they signed a Tobias Harris or DeMar DeRozan in free agency. So yeah, that is going to be it for me. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys guys did enjoy, drop a thumbs up if you did. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.